Hey guys, how's it going? It's me. It's Tuesday afternoon, about 3:30, and we are streaming mailer review. And we'll say including copywriting and some Photoshop work. Watch here. Streaming mailer review, including copywriting and some Photoshop work. Watch here. Alrighty, submit. Alrighty, so we are doing just that. We're doing a listing for Peggy here on Antimony Place in Kuna. Cute house. So just looking at the photo here first, we've got some. I'm not sure if that's actually like a. I don't think it's trash. It's hard to tell what that is. I think we'll Photoshop that out because it's a little bit distracting. Oh, you know what? It's probably snow, maybe. Maybe it's a leftover snow. And then we have part of the driveway is wet from a rain, and then part's dry. That's a little bit distracting as well. We can fix that. We have a wreath on the front door. You can see it here. You can see it there. Would have been nice if that would have been gone. Pretty easy to take that off for the photo. So the photographer, if it was me, I would have told the photographer, hey, next time take that wreath off the front door. It'll create better. Get some dirt underneath and above the doorbell there. But I mean, all in all, the photo's nice. I believe the sky has been photoshopped in, but it's well done. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the halo effect, the white kind of glow, which is really that was the original background color of the sky. It was just cloudy. It was overcast. But it's done well enough that I think it's good. Sometimes it's hard to tell how those things will print. All right, so let's take this into Photoshop. I did grab that image already, so it's right here. So, and we're only using the layout, in the layout you can see we're only using up to this point of the driveway. So it's the middle of the second rung. So this is first block of concrete, second block of concrete, third block of concrete. Somewhere in here is where the photo's cut off in the frame. Let's start with this. Get rid of this snow or whatever it is. We want to kind of keep with the same line, so I'm going to use the rubber band, the cloning tool, and we'll Alt select here, and then I will click with the mouse and kind of drag over here. We want to, where the dirt meets the foundation wall. So we're going to preserve that line too. So I'm alt clicking there to grab my source, and then I can just kind of bring straight across there. I'm gonna get a little bit smaller here. Let's take this down to 10 pixels because we have this little piece right here got cloned right there, and that is not desirable. So we'll alt click there and get rid of that. You can see also that the dirt comes back up the stem wall there, and then you can see also it's right here along the base of this grate. So we're going to make our clone tool a little bit smaller still, and we'll grab some dirt color from here, and we'll kind of build this up so that it matches the rest of the dirt there. Okay. All right. And so now, well, there's a little bit of there and there. Let's break that up a little bit. Nobody's going to notice this now, but I do, so we can just kind of clean things up a little bit. There. And then let's take a look at how that looks. Okay. Looks pretty good. This was already part of it, but we can clean that up too. Kind of just soften that edge right there. Okay. I think from a view, I think from just a regular perspective, I don't think anybody's going to notice any of that. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Now, and I did want to get a new layer here, and we'll copy this, paste it, select all, select copy, paste. Okay. All right, so this door, one option with this door, not sure if I want to mess with this or not. It does appear to be pretty vertical. So we can copy that, paste it, and then rotate it. Image, edit, free transform. I'll hold down the shift key to go in blocks. I'll apply that, and we'll drop it there. So it looks like we have a little bit of, okay, I see, there it is. So we'll do that, and then we can go to the layer underneath it again. We can grab this, and we have some stuff to work with. I'm going to merge these two layers. Merge layers. Alright, so we have a before and after. Before, after. Alright, so obviously it needs a little bit of work, or a fair amount of work. Let's copy from here and use that for some base work up there. Alright, and then we'll merge these layers. Whoops, we'll merge those layers. And now we can use the clone tool to fix some stuff up here. So, I'm going to grab, I actually need to grab more of this. So I'm going to grab all of this. And we'll paste it. Okay, so it's in the same spot. And then I can go ahead and merge these layers again. Okay, and now I have what I need to work with. I can grab the clone tool and get rid of this little bar right there. We'll grab right here, and we'll just clone that right away, or clone that right away. I think I grabbed from the bottom. It might be better for me to grab from here. So I'm going to grab from there instead, and I'm going to paste that. I'll free transform it 90 degrees, and then move it into place, because it'll give me a better original color match. Now we do have a problem where that side's darker, this side is lighter. So that's okay still. What I can do is I can grab this part and put it here. Now, but even there, that's a challenge because this side is darker than that side. So it might be better actually just to clone the majority of this. So I'm going to get rid of that. What was this again? This was that copy. I don't need that. So that's my original. So actually I think I'm going to start over. So I think now that I've learned a few things about this image, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy out this bottom segment here. I'll probably copy all the way from right here, nope, right there, okay, to the base of that, all the way out to this color edge. Okay, so copy that, paste that, and that I do want to flip, edit, free transform, we'll rotate that sucker, and we'll drop them right about there, and then I'm going to go ahead and merge those layers. Okay, and then I think what I want to do is I'm going to make a selection here to highlight to limit the affected area. Okay, and then I'm going to use the clone tool to go larger on it. Let's go 20 pixels. That's too much. Let's do 10 pixels. Oh, and I can't, that's probably not going to be enough. Okay, so let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. Let's copy from there to there. What I'm doing is I'm getting more of the same lines going up, and we're just going to use this to build all the way to the top here. I'll cut off this last little piece, cut off one more pixel row. Okay, and then I can merge these layers, and then I can grab the bottom here of these guys, paste those there. There's our top, and then I can steal, merge layers. I can steal from right here. Oops, back to the pointer tool. I can steal from there, that, and then already we're pretty darn close. So we have a little bit of mirroring, which we can either blend out And I'll show you guys the blend tool, because we definitely need to fix that. So we're going to go to this little finger, I think it's called the blend tool, the smudge tool. So the smudge tool, and we can limit our affected area, and then we can just smudge all around it so I don't have the layers merged here. Let's merge these layers, and then I can just kind of smudge around here, and it will just kind of make it less repeated. I'll need to do that a little bit more in some other areas here. This edge really isn't defined. This is the line. This stuff in here is what I don't like, so we'll smudge this. So we'll use the smudge tool. We can actually bring this up to like 5 pixels, make our efforts a little bit more easier. Alright, and then we do have some replication there, a little too much. So right in here, try to do the same thing with the smudge tool. Smudge, 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 smudge. Get rid of that replication. Do have a little bit of that here too. I'll need to fix that, but let's take a look. So yeah, I mean, from the naked eye, unless you're really, really analyzing it, I think we've done a decent job of getting the wreath off of that front door. All right, so we have the wreath off of the front door. Let's work on there was in the Photoshop image, or sorry, in this image, you could tell oh, it was this image here that you could tell the smudges. Okay, we'll come back to that. All right, let's work on the concrete here. So back to Photoshop and the concrete. So the concrete's usually relatively easy to work with. The challenge is going to be we don't have a lot of clean space to work with. So what we'll do is we'll make some clean space to work with first. So using our Alt click to grab a clone from area, and we're just grabbing from miscellaneous places, just kind of building out our non-wet area, kind of expanding it. Right here there's a line, this concrete line comes across. You can't really tell because it's hidden by the water, but if we don't preserve that line, it can make the driveway look fake, which of course we don't want. We need that driveway to look real, so we're going to need to preserve that line. Now, it's very nice because concrete's very forgiving. It's like grass. You can alt-click anywhere, and once you mess with the grass, you can't tell anything's been done. Similar with concrete. But we are going to need to get that line put up there. So the image only comes down to about there, so we don't need to go too far. But I do want to go, I'm going to be cloning this line there. Therefore, we do need to make sure that this line is clean down here. And the line doesn't need to be perfect. Again, it's concrete, and so it's by its nature, it's imperfect. So it is okay for things to look a little non-perfect. And in fact, this work that we're doing here, we're zoomed in a little bit here. Once you're zoomed out, you can't tell. It's just more concrete. It'll disappear. So we'll do just a little bit more. Just a little bit more work here, and then we'll do the fun part. Okay, I think that's enough for there. So what we can do now is, well, I guess what we need to do is, let me continue my efforts up into this area. So let's dry out, if you will. Let's dry out the rest of this concrete. And we're going to go ahead and kill the line. We're going to fix it later. So for now, we're just going to, like I said, dry out the rest of this concrete. And then we're going to add that line back in a moment by cloning from the line beneath it. Now this concrete will look a little bit more cloudy, I suppose. But again, you won't be able to tell. So what we'll do now, I do need to clean up the bottom portion of this concrete line just a little bit. And then because, and you can see here the line that we're going to pull off of. So I'm going to create a new layer, and then I'm going to grab my starting point. So actually, I guess I could start, it does not really matter where I start from. Let's just start from right here. So there's our starting point. Just try and get that line to match up. All right, and then I'm just going to drag across, and clone over to the edge. Now, because this line is further away than this line is further away than this line, it should not be as dominant. And so by putting it on a separate layer, so here's, oops, I did not do that line right. Let me undo it. So I need to select here. Okay, I need to select layer 10 to grab my source point. Then I need to switch to layer 11 and drag over from there. And then once I'm done with that, now, because I have this line on a separate layer, to make it appear more in the distance, one thing we can do is just lighten or reduce the opacity. So we'll bring this down, and watch what happens as we reduce the opacity. The line just gets, that's too much. The line just gets softer, and because it's softer, it feels further away. So here's the direct clone, and then here's softer. And so that's without anything, and then there's our softer, further away line. So in here you can tell that if we left the opacity 100%, it doesn't look bad. There's nothing wrong with it, but just bringing it down to 50-60%, something in that range, makes it look different. Okay, so now we can repeat efforts for these two. So we'll use our clone tool again, and we'll just clone away all the excess here, this concrete line up here, I should be able to save most of that. And I'm cloning extra off onto on the left side of the image over here. It doesn't matter. We're just going to trim that away later. Oops, sorry. So yeah, I mean, one thing that you guys could always do is work with your photographers. You know, one thing that we could have done on this image prior to taking this photo would have been for the photographer to have wet down the entire driveway, and that way it would have looked consistent, because I think we can all agree that this splattered driveway just distracts. It distracts from the image. So a couple more bulk things here. Then we'll go to a smaller, and then we'll get in here, clean up the rest. All right, it's starting to come together. So the image is going to be cut off somewhere here anyway, so I don't really need to worry about too much more of this. So I want to make sure that the parts that we are going to be using in the frame, we want to make sure that those parts do look correct and legitimate. We have a disappearing line up here. I'm not sure if that's critical or not. We can go ahead and clone from there and just bring that line up further if we want. I think that looks good. So let's crop out our overflow. That's Alt-IP to crop. We can crop out, let's crop out the portion that we're not using too. So I think our frame was something like this. Let's just double check. That looks about right. Okay, so then here is our, I should merge these layers now. Merge layers. All right, so I forgot to make the copy before we made this edit here, but you will be able to see the door edit and the driveway edits here. So before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. And again, these edits are okay to make because we're not changing the house. We're just removing the wreath and removing the water. So I see a couple little tiny things I would adjust, maybe cleaning up this little piece right in this groove. So go down to the clone tool, go down to 1 pixel, and then just clean this part up right in there. Okay. Before, after, before, after, before, after. All right, so I think that looks much, much better. In fact, I do want to, I'm curious, so I'm going to just go ahead and go for it. Let's grab this image after all. Let's just print screen, and that's not a business call. And so we're going to go to back to Photoshop. We'll paste this in here. Do a little increase in the red. It looks like looks like Alex had done a image adjustments. Why is that not working? Oh, because it's not visible. IAB, oh, that's his image. So let's get rid of that. This is our image. IAB, IAB. And we'll increase the red by 25. Somewhere around there. All right, so before and after. I think it's just a little red is probably all he did. Let's take a look. All right, before, there's our before. There's our after. Before, after, before, after, before, after. A little bit of yellowing in the grass right here. I suppose we could get rid of that really quick too. It would only take a moment. So we'll go 20 pixels on that. Just going to Alt select over here, and then we can literally just paint that away. No problemo. Okay, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. I'm not sure if that's it's probably a little thing for picking up the garage door. Before, after, before, after. I do the before, after over and over again because I'm trying to see if I've messed anything up or if there's something that I've missed. And I think it looks pretty good. So that's how we'll adjust the image. Let's go ahead and look back at the flyer now. I would probably clone out a little bit of this dirt. I wouldn't spend a ton of time on it, but just clone out that little bit of dirt here, here, and here. Make that look a little bit cleaner there. I might clone out this little speck there and that little speck there, which will be just pretty easy to do. I'll just do it real quick. So print screen, back to Photoshop. Oops, did not, oh, yep, I did grab it. So here it is. So with this stuff, the specks are easy to get rid of. Again, clone tool. We'll go to like a 5 pixel, and we can just Alt grab it right there, and then just literally paint it away. So Alt click there. Okay, those are gone. For these, we can go to, let's say, 10 pixels. I'm going to grab the line, and then I can just make sure the lines match, and then I can paint those guys away. In fact, I could probably not even touch the line. Probably just go right here, and not even, just kind of be careful. See, I keep impacting the line, which I don't want to do. It's hard to tell, but there's multiple colors here. You have, let's see, it's probably easier to tell right here. So right here, this is darker than right there. And then it's darker here again. So it goes darker, lighter, darker. And so you really want to preserve that if you can. Here's an easy place to tell right here. So see how it goes darker, lighter, darker? Probably because of this light source up here. It's catching the bend of the siding. So we just want to preserve that with our clone tool. Make sure that our dark area stays dark and our light area gets a little lighter. And that's totally fine. And again, this does not need to be perfect because it's light. And lighting and surface textures are not perfect. And so for it to be a little bit off is no problem. You just want to make sure that the general stuff is good. And again, we're just kind of doing this to get rid of those dirt sources because it felt a little bit dirty. So if we get looks good. I think I still have a little bit of something's not perfect here. One thing I could do is just grab a whole section and move it over and then blend it out. That might be a little bit more work than it's worth. What did I see that I didn't like there? I guess it's fine. It's better than what it was. Alright, so just some general touch up there. Actually, I guess it's pretty good. Yeah, okay. So I got rid of those two dots, cleaned up around the doorknob. That looks good. So there it is before. Before and after. Before and after. Before and after. So yeah, it looks a lot cleaner. Okay, I'm pleased with that. And then we'll go back to our flyer. And let's take a look at our text. Impressive home in a wonderful location. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Kuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home located on a quiet cul-de-sac street is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort. So that sentence structure is correct. This darling home located on a quiet cul-de-sac street is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort. But when I read it the first time, this darling home located on a quiet cul-de-sac street, it messed me up a little bit. It felt like I was missing something. This darling home. So I did copy this stuff here. So this is the same text. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Kuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home, I like the word is here, and we're going to have it twice, but it enables it to read right the first time. You don't have to discover that it's written right. It just reads right from the first time. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Kuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort. I'm pretty sure that cul-de-sac has to be like that. I'd rather not have it like that, but I don't think that we really have a choice. Yeah, cul-de-sac. That is the right way to do it, so we'll stick with the right way. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Cuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort. Its open concept living room is full of charm and begs to be filled with guests. The spacious east-facing backyard is fully fenced and has plenty of room for gardening. It is also connected to a side yard that is perfect for RV parking. It is referencing the home or the spacious east-facing backyard or the gardening area. I don't like this pronoun. I think that's a pronoun. We'll come back to it. The beautiful hardwood flooring and white doors and trim come together to give this home a unique sense of elegance, all while remaining quaint and cozy. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind home. All right. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Cuna's Gold Creek subdivision. Okay. I'm cool with that. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort. Also good. It's. His, hers, its. So, in that context, there'd be no apostrophe. His, hers, its. If its falls into that category, we're talking about it belongs to them, then there's no apostrophe, which is weird, but true. We'll just say, this darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort. With an open concept living room I want to say floor plan. The open concept is more of a confluence of things, right? So it's the open concept. It's many rooms open to each other, or at least two rooms. So it's probably the kitchen and the living room open to each other. Kitchen, eating area, dining area, open concept. So to say that it's an open concept living room is selling those other rooms short. So we'll just say evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. I don't necessarily like that begs to be filled with guests. That's a personification because begs is a something that a person does, and so we're giving the home human elements, which I suppose you could say, you could argue, makes a home feel maybe more friendly. Um, but I personally don't like personification of homes. I think it can be creepy. that's my that's my feeling at least. I do not know who this is. Let's see. Good afternoon. This is Steve. That is a sales recording. With an open concept design that is full of charm and begs to be filled with guests. So we're just going to say full of charm. Okay, so let's read this intro now. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Cuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. Wonderful. The spacious east-facing backyard is fully fenced and has plenty of room for gardening. Wonderful. It is also connected, we'll just say, um, for, with plenty of room for gardening, for gardening, um, this RV parking is a important but oftentimes ancillary item, and so we can put that to the end. Has plenty of room for gardening. The beautiful hardwood floors, the beautiful hardwood floors, and white doors and trim. White doors and trim. Let's take a look at the rest of these photos. So we have okay. Plenty of room for gardening. Beautiful hardwood floors. Have we used the word elegant yet? I'm looking for visual cues. We have this wainscoting. I do like the cabinet work. Here's some of that white trim. Okay, so welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in CUNY's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. The spacious east-facing backyard is fully fenced and has plenty of room for gardening. Beautiful hardwood floors, white doors and trim. Here's elegance. I don't mind unique scents. Beautiful hardwood floors, white doors and trim. So the unique sense of elegance is a bold statement, and the leading up to that, just being beautiful hardwood floors and white doors and trim, doesn't seem like enough to meet the standard of unique sense of elegance. So I really want to add a third item here that will feel like it justifies better this unique sense of elegance. So let's figure out and remember how to spell wainscoting. Wainscoting. Okay. So go back to here. White doors and trim. Beautiful hardwood floors. Wainscoting. White doors and trim. The WW, I don't like the alliteration here. Wainscoting, white doors. A little bit hard to read. Sometimes alliteration flows very nicely, but the alliteration combined with this awkward word, I think doesn't read very well. Maybe I'll change my mind. Let's see. Also, let me look at that other photo again, or the other photos again real quick. So the cabinetry. So it's got like this country, like faux, country worn finish. which I like and which I think complements this house quite nicely. Oh, you have the same style element there. Whoever picked this piece did a great job. And I'm wondering if they actually weren't. Look at the trim or the hardware here compared to the hardware there. Similar, if not the same. It's not the same, but it is similar. Rounded. Yeah, not the same. Very similar though, so that's good. I mean, that's a nice piece for this house. If I was going to buy this house, I'd probably ask for that piece to remain because it does complement that kitchen quite nicely. Okay, so we have recessed windows. So let's talk about that. Beautiful hardwood floors, wainscoting, white doors and trim. Maybe we do beautiful wainscoting, beautiful hardwood floors, wainscoting, recessed windows, white doors and trim. I don't like white doors and trim being last. And I also don't want it to lead. Beautiful hardwood floors, white doors and trim, wainscoting, recessed windows, and recessed windows all provide a unique sense of elegance. While remaining quaint and cozy. Side yard, perfect for RV parking. So much more. Call or text to see this wonderful home today. All right, welcome to this adorable Urban Creek. Oh, there it was, Gold Creek. All right. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Kuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. The spacious east-facing backyard is fully fenced and has plenty of room for gardening. Beautiful hardwood floors, white doors and trim, wainscoting, and recessed windows all provide a unique sense of elegance while remaining quaint and cozy. Side yard perfect for RV parking, so much more. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind home. Call or text to see this wonderful home today. So we have home and home. Call or text to see, and I think we already have. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Kuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. Open concept design that is full of charm. All provide a unique sense of elegance, quaint and cozy. Okay, just wanted to make sure we didn't have anything replicated there. Okay, so again, welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Kuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. The spacious east-facing backyard is fully fenced and has plenty of room for gardening. Beautiful hardwood floors, white doors and trim, wainscoting, and recessed windows all provide a unique sense of elegance while remaining quaint and cozy. This doesn't work here because they're providing Those items are providing a unique sense of elegance, and those items are remaining quaint and cozy. So to make it read right, it would need to say something like, yet the home remains quaint and cozy. Um, Now that reads right, but yet the home remains. I'm not sure if I like that. So let's try it again from the top. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Cuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. The spacious east-facing backyard is fully fenced and has plenty of room for gardening. Beautiful hardwood floors, white doors and trim, wainscoting, and recessed windows all provide a unique sense of elegance, yet the home remains quaint and cozy. Side yard perfect for RV parking, so much more. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind home. Call or text to see today. All right, I do. I like that. I think that's good. Let me give it one more time just to make sure. Welcome to this adorable urban farmhouse located in Cuna's Gold Creek subdivision. This darling home is located on a quiet cul-de-sac street and is guaranteed to evoke feelings of warmth and comfort with an open concept design that is full of charm. The spacious east-facing backyard is fully fenced and has plenty of room for gardening. Beautiful hardwood floors, white doors and trim, wainscoting, and recessed windows all provide a unique sense of elegance, yet the home remains quaint and cozy. Side yard perfect for RV parking, so much more. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind home. Call or text to see today. This is an exclamation. I think we get rid of this. Too many exclamations are bad. I think that is our copy right there. Okay, so if we settle on that copy, what else do we have to look at here? So we did photo work, copy. Spacing looks good in the numbers. This 1568, so we could bring this 1 and this comma closer together. There's too much space between that 1 and that comma. So to fix that, we'll highlight the 1 and reduce the letter spacing. So like 1568. So 568. So that's the way that InDesign does it from the as default. And so we'll just make this -50 or -100 or -150, and then that's better balanced. That comma is now centered between those two numbers. Same thing here with the 0.15 and on our instance it's 0.18. So we could highlight the period, go -150, and that brings that together. It looks cleaner. So I would do those two things. And then that looks good. And then just taking one look at the photos here, making sure they're all cropped nicely in their frames, and that the borders all look correct. This looks very nice. I like the photography, and I like how they've been placed. It's very good. All right, very, very good. All right, so that was mailer proofing for the mailer that we've got going out on Antimony Place in Cuna. That's it for now. I will be streaming later this evening. I'll be doing the Earth video review. We got the 5th version back from the artist, and we'll be reviewing that. And then I also have to work on the agent books tonight. So, and I'm just running out of time on stuff and I keep juggling things around. So if you're waiting for some of this stuff that keeps getting pushed back, if there's anything that's urgent, feel free to let me know. I'll bump it up on my urgent scale. But tonight we'll be doing that and that. So 2 more streams coming up today. So stay tuned. Until then, thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.